Welcome to the Ogden City Council's quick meeting recap for the work session and City Council meeting that took place on Tuesday, August 3rd, 2021. In the work session, the Council received a presentation from the Management Services Department regarding the results of the Gender Equity Study. This study, completed by Evergreen LLC, was requested by the Council in preparation for the fiscal year 2022 budget discussions and in anticipation of changes and recommendations resulting from implementation of the 2020 Classification, Compensation, and Benefits Study. The study found that on average, men employed by Ogden City make more money, but the reasoning is for generally tenure and experience and not gender. Evergreen made 3 recommendations: identify key data points and modify existing systems to record and regularly update gender salary information, research the underlying cause for any data anomalies and take corrective action as appropriate, clearly document the policies and procedures used to evaluate new or updated positions, credit new hires with prior experience and/or establish new or upgraded stipends or supplements, and develop required documentation forms for these actions. The Council discussed a petition to amend the Lynn Community Plan. The petitioner is a developer that has also applied to rezone the property from R16 to R3CO to be able to build a series of townhomes. However, the rezone is contingent upon the approval of the Lynn Community Plan because the R3CO zone is not compatible with the current community plan. The Planning Commission has recommended to approve the petition to amend the community plan, even though a similar plan amendment was denied in 2019. The Planning Commission placed a condition that all properties located within the amended area must be required by the developer and developed under a single development agreement. This will be considered by the Council on August 17th. The Council then reviewed and discussed the related rezone at 2nd Street and Wall Avenue. The petitioner, a developer, is asking to extend the R3CO zone further into the R16 zone beyond the corner of 2nd and Wall. The purpose of the rezone is to allow a multi-family townhome development. A similar request to rezone these properties to R5 or R3 was denied by the City Council in February of 2020. This rezone is contingent upon approval of the Lynn Community Plan Amendment, which will be considered by the Council first. This rezone is also contingent upon recording of a development agreement. The Planning Commission recommended approval of this rezone with a unanimous vote of 8-0. This will be considered by the Council on August 17th. The Council reviewed a petition to rezone property located at 1117 Country Hills Drive. The property is currently located in the PI, Professional Institutional Zone, and the proposal is to change the zoning designated to R4 for multifamily residential. Doing so would allow the developer to build more multifamily housing and convert an existing commercial residential building into a higher density residential building. The rezone request does not conflict with the Southeast Ogden Community Plan, and the Planning Commission unanimously recommended to approve the rezone petition. This will be considered by the Council on August 17th. In the Council meeting, Sharon Bolos from the Major Brent Taylor Foundation presented information to the Council about the Weber Remembers 9/11 project. The project is an immersive, interactive memorial museum experience that will be presented at the Weber County Fairgrounds September 9th through 11th, 2021. This event is free to the public. State Treasurer Marlo Oakes and Unclaimed Property Administrator Dennis Johnston reported on efforts to reunite Ogden residents with unclaimed property being held in a trust by the state of Utah. Over $3 million of unclaimed property is available to claim just in the east central area of Ogden alone. Residents can check if they have any unclaimed property by visiting mycash.utah.gov. After a report from the Ogden Trails Network Committee, the Council took 2 actions related to the committee. The Council voted to approve the extension of the committee's sunset date to June 30th, 2024. The Council then approved the appointments of Emily Ellis and Amanda Gentry to the committee, as well as the reappointments of Nathan Silberman, Alex Gilchrist, Johnny Taylor, Nick McMillan, Michael Goodrick, Brian Waters, Elizabeth DeWitt, and Talendebas Villaseñor to the committee. Under common consent, the Council appointed Councilmember Angela Treberka to the Community Renewable Energy Agency Board and appointed Management Services Director Mara Brown as an alternate. Lastly, the Council adopted a resolution to authorize a local agreement to create the Northern Utah Development Foundation to manage the North Utah Venture Fund. Ogden City, Weber State University, Ogden-Weber Technical College, Davis County, Council of Governments, and Davis Technical College make up the foundation and will manage the Northern Utah Venture Fund and encourage investors to fund startup and early state development of promising new businesses. The primary purpose of the partnership is to promote regional economic development by strengthening and growing the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Northern Utah. The entire recording from the meetings of August 3rd can be accessed on the Ogden City Council's Facebook page and podcast with timestamps to skip to specific agenda items. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to the Council office at 801-629-8153 or send an email to citycouncil@ogdencity.com.